Tonight on BCN Weekly News, the recent rulings on Cameron v. Bashir. The Kentucky Supreme Court ruled in favor of the state legislature and laws passed to reign over Governor Bashir's executive authority. How the Republican-backed laws limit Bashir's emergency powers, coming soon. Also, the wait for the COVID vaccine approvals comes to an end. The FDA gives full approval to the COVID-19 vaccine. More on that coming soon. And for this week's special report, a look at what you need to know about the new COVID-19 policies for this semester. All of this and more coming up soon, tonight on BCN Weekly News.
Live from BCNR's studio in Berea, Kentucky, this is BCN Weekly News.
Good evening, and welcome back to our first live newscast of BCN Weekly News. My name is Shania Swan. Recently, all Kentucky schools went back to in-person classes for the first time since the start of the pandemic. Governor Andy Bashir suggested that Kentucky public schools should require masks for students to prevent the spread of the coronavirus in the state. However, Attorney General Daniel Cameron's office filed a lawsuit that suggested that Governor Bashir was abusing his power. The state legislature ruled in favor of the lawsuit that concluded Bashir would be overstepping his executive authority and initiating a statewide mask mandate.
Hey everybody, it's Andy. The spread of the Delta variant is alarming. Our hospitalizations are doubling every 2 weeks, and it looks like in the near future we'll have more people in the hospital fighting for their lives from COVID than we have had during this entire pandemic. Because of that, yesterday I had to make a tough decision, but it's one supported by our educational community, by every public health entity from the CDC to each and every local health department, and supported by the private sector and the Kentucky Chamber of Commerce, and that is requiring masking in our schools.
Kentucky Governor Andy Bashir and lawmakers are working together on a new set of COVID-19 emergency orders, which they hope to present to a Franklin Circuit Court judge before the judge puts a halt against the governor's existing emergency orders and regulations. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved the first COVID-19 vaccine last week. The Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine has been approved for the prevention of COVID-19 disease in individuals 16 years of age and older. The vaccine also continues to be available under emergency use authorization for individuals 12 through 15 years of age, and for the administration of a third dose in certain individuals at risk. Heading into the second year of the pandemic, the FDA says that the approval of Pfizer vaccine is a quote-unquote key achievement for the public health, and also says, quote, the public can be very confident that the vaccine meets the high standards for safety, effectiveness, and manufacturing quality. Coming next, for this week's special report, a look at what you need to know about the new COVID-19 policies for this semester. And repairs on a building on campus is affecting students and pedestrian traffic. Keep tuned for more BCN Weekly News.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. And I don't have to worry when the winds blow. This is my house.
This is my house. This is my house. This is my house. My house. My house.
I can play with my sister. I can play with my brother. I can play with my mother, my father, my family.
My family. My family. This is my house. This is my house.
I can study. I can be safe with my family. This is my house.
This is my house. This is my house. This is my house.
My house.
My house.
This is my house.
Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine have a safe, decent place to call home.
Along the edge of Appalachian Kentucky sits one of the world's most distinctive and exceptional colleges. It's where blacks and whites, women, and men have been educated together since 1855 in direct defiance of the time's societal norms. It's where regional craftsmanship intersects with sustainable farming techniques, a leading liberal arts college for students with limited resources but great promise, a unique learning community where all peoples of the earth live together, learn together, and grow together.
Thanks for staying tuned. With students coming back to campus this semester and the rise in Delta variant cases, many wonder what the current COVID-19 policies are. Our reporter Esteban Reina explains this special report, all things are related to COVID-19 rules on campus.
Mask or no mask? Distancing or no distancing? These are some of the questions many students are asking themselves this year at Berea College. And with many being this their first semester at Berea, keeping track of all the COVID-19 rules on campus can be tricky.
Two different realities. Students mask up to enter buildings to comply with COVID-19 policies, while outdoors face coverings aren't required. Students found this year that many things that weren't allowed last semester, like getting in a car or leaving the city of Berea, are now possible, and keeping track of all the policy changes can be difficult. To minimize the risk of on-campus coronavirus outbreaks of a Delta variant, the college's administration presented the following policies on its website. Students are expected to continue monitoring for COVID-19 symptoms. If experiencing COVID-related symptoms, students must report their situation to their area coordinator in Student Life. Students with positive COVID-19 tests will be quarantined for at least 10 days. Students must wear masks indoors except if they are in their rooms or in eating. And students and staff must wear their Berea IDs visibly at all times while on campus.
According to his email on August 23rd, President Roloffs also said that more COVID-related student policies are forthcoming. We will update you with any developments on this news. Reporting from the campus squad, Esteban Reina, BCN Weekly News.
Being back on campus after a long overdue return, Berea College has begun remodeling and updating certain buildings. One of these buildings being remodeled has been affecting foot traffic for students. Our reporter Mackenzie Carmack has more. Mackenzie?
That's right, Shania. According to an email sent by Public Safety, construction of the building began on August 9th and was set to be finished last week. But the construction is still underway, with contractors still working on the site. Scaffolding and caution tape surrounds the working area, and the email warns students and staff to use caution when walking around the area. The scaffolding restricts foot traffic in the area, leaving only about 1 foot of distance for pedestrians to move around the construction site. We reached out public safety officials and faculty members, staff to learn more about the construction's end date, but we did not receive an immediate response from either office. We will keep you updated with any developments on this news. Back to you, Shania.
Thank you, Mackenzie. On behalf of our news team, thank you for watching BCN Weekly News. I'm Shania Swan. For more coverage, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Berea College News Radio and watch us at www.bcnewsradio.com. Good night.